Now, after understanding all the concepts, the theoretical part and explanation part of this topic, before we actually proceed to questions and MCQs, let's have a look to the summary of errors and its rectification. We have prepared a summary of various types of errors, illustrative summary on page number 48 of your ZPA material, where we have given you an error. We have given you its correct entry, wrong entry, rectification entry if it's rectified in the same year, and rectification entry if it's rectified in the subsequent year. Are you getting, all of you? So, 4 steps what we have seen for rectification of error, they all are given there in a chart form in your textbook. So, I'll request you all to please turn your pages to page number 48 of your ZPA material. Now, over here, you can see the various types of errors over here. Correct entry, wrong entry, rectification entry in the same year, and rectification entry in the subsequent years. So, the chart goes on till page number 50. It runs over 3 pages, correct? Let's see. Now, first category, you can see over here that we have classified errors into various categories. First is recording of transaction in day book. Those errors which are relating to recording of transaction in day book means we should have recorded in some book, but by mistake we have recorded in another book. You can see the second category of errors that we have dealt over here is casting mistakes in day book. What do you mean by casting? Totaling mistakes. The third type of error you can see over here is posting mistakes. Posting means what? Taking from one book to another book, or one ledger to another ledger. You can see balance brought forward from previous year. That means carry forward and brought forward related errors. And last, you can see casting and balancing mistakes in ledger accounts. So that is how we tried to prepare an illustrative chart for you, defining various types of errors under the various heads. Their correct entry, wrong entry, rectification entry if they are done in the same year, and rectification entry if they are done in the subsequent year. They are rectified in the subsequent year. Let's see how it will be affected. Let's take the first case, omission to record a transaction. Goods sold to X and company rupees 10,000. Omitted to be recorded. Goods sold to X and company. Wait. Goods sold to X and company. Can I say it's credit sale transaction? Yes. What should be the correct entry? X and company account debit to sales account credit. So you can check over there, X and company account is debited and sales account is credited. Omitted to be recorded. Omitted to be recorded. That means this entry has not at all been recorded. Which type of error it is? Error of complete omission. So wrong entry is dash. What will be your rectification entry if it's rectified in the same year? जो correct entry होनी चाहिए थी, क्या वो entry pass हुई है? नहीं है. As it is, X and company account debit to sales account credit will be your rectification entry when it's rectified in the same year. Now, if this error is rectified in the subsequent year, what will happen? X and company account, personal account. Sales account is which account? Nominal account. We have seen step number 4. What was step number 4? When an error is rectified in the subsequent year, profit and loss adjustment account replaces all the nominal accounts. So my dear friend, which is the nominal account over here? Sales account is nominal account, and this sales account will be replaced by which account? Profit and loss adjustment account. So आपकी जो rectification entry थी X and company account debit to sales account credit, अब वो क्या हो जाएगा? X and company account debit to profit and loss adjustment account credit. Second, goods returned by P and company 12,000. This is the transaction. Goods returned by, can I say it is sales return? Yes. Now sales return हुआ है. Goods returned by P and Company rupees 12,000. Returned by P and Company. My dear friends, कौन सा रिटर्न होगा? Returned by means it is your sales return. What should be the correct journal entry? Sales return account debit 12,000 to P and Company account credit 12,000. Check all of you. Clear? But transaction is recorded twice. What error they have given? Transaction is recorded twice. They have recorded this entry, but twice. Sales return account debit 24,000 to P and Company account credit 24,000. Now please understand. Correct entry we have already seen. Wrong entry we have got. We have to now pass rectification entry as if this error is rectified in the same accounting year. P and Company and sales return दोनों 12,000 से डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट होना चाहिए था, एक्सेस हो गया. Sales return excess debited by 12,000. How we will rectify that error? We will credit sales return account by 12,000. Check all of you. P and Company जो गलती से 12,000 से ज्यादा क्रेडिट हो गया है, अब उसे कैसे रेक्टिफाई करेंगे? हम उसे 12,000 से डेबिट कर देंगे. समझ में आ रहा है? सो व्हाट इज योर रेक्टिफिकेशन एंट्री? P and Company account debit 12,000 to sales return account credit 12,000. Clear all of you? Now, if this entry is rectified in the subsequent financial year, we will replace nominal accounts with P&L adjustment account. P and Company account is personal account, but sales return account is which account? Nominal account. Therefore, this account will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account. Therefore, your rectification entry, if it's rectified in the subsequent year, will be P and Company account debit to profit and loss adjustment account credit. Number 3, let's see. Transaction recorded in wrong day book. Okay. Goods returned to Q and Company 8,900 recorded in the sales day book. Goods returned to. Return to means which return they are talking about? Purchase return. You have done purchase return of 8,900 to Q and Company. What should be your correct entry? Debit the receiver, Q and Company account debit to purchase return account credit. Check over there. What is the wrong entry? It is recorded in the sales day book. It means you have treated it as a sales. So Q and Company account debit to sales account credit. Now if you analyze the correct entry and wrong entry, you will get to know that Q and Company debit होना चाहिए था, Q and Company correctly debit हुआ. लेकिन परचेज रिटर्न अकाउंट क्रेडिट होना चाहिए था, उसकी जगह कौन सा अकाउंट क्रेडिट कर दिया? सेल्स अकाउंट. अब इस एरर को कैसे रेक्टिफाई करेंगे? सेल्स अकाउंट विच इज रॉन्गली क्रेडिटेड विल बी नाउ डेबिटेड. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. एंड परचेज रिटर्न अकाउंट विच शुड हैव बीन एक्चुअली क्रेडिटेड will now actually get credited. Are you understanding? And accordingly, your rectification entry, if the error is rectified in the same year, becomes sales account debit to purchase return account. Now, if this error is rectified in the subsequent year, again nominal accounts will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account. My dear friends, sales account is also nominal account and purchase return account is also nominal account. So my entry will be what? Profit and loss adjustment account debit 8,900 to profit and loss adjustment account credit 8,900. Debit also same account, credit also same account. Can I simply say no entry to be passed? Are you understanding? Clear? Next. Transaction recorded in the day book with wrong amount. Goods purchased from Balu 8,700. What should be the correct entry? Purchase account debit to Balu's account credit. Recorded in the day book as 7,800. So आपने error कर दिया है, wrong amount record किया है. Purchase account debit 7,800 to Balu's account credit 7,800. Purchase account debit होना चाहिए था. Purchase account debit हुआ है. लेकिन परचेज अकाउंट कितने से डेबिट होना चाहिए था? 8,700 and it has been actually debited with 7,800. Can I say it is short debited? When it is short debited, you will debit with the differential value, and that is how much? 900 rupees. Similarly, Balu's account should have been credited. Balu's account is actually credited, but it should have been credited with 8,700, where it's actually credited with 7,800. Therefore, it's short credited with 900. So we'll credit Balu's account with 900. Now, my dear friends, if you see as a result of this, if we pass this entry in the subsequent year, this purchase account will get replaced with which account? Profit and loss adjustment account. So your entry, if it's rectified in the subsequent financial year, is profit and loss adjustment account debit 900 to Balu's account credit 900. Number 5, transaction recorded on the wrong side of cash book. Check received of rupees 7,500 from X. Okay. You have received check of 7,500 from X. What should be the correct entry? Bank account debit 7,500 to X account credit 7,500. Wrongly recorded on the payment side of cash book. You have treated it as a payment. Wrongly recorded as a payment. So you have passed wrong entry, X and company 7,500 to bank account credit 7,500. Amount is correct. Accounts are also correct. But the effects are wrong. I can say opposite effects you have given. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट होना चाहिए था, डेबिट नहीं हुआ. इंस्टेड कौन सा अकाउंट डेबिट कर दिया आपने? एक्स अकाउंट. एक्स अकाउंट जो क्रेडिट होना चाहिए था नहीं हुआ, उसकी जगह कौन सा अकाउंट क्रेडिट कर दिया आपने? बैंक अकाउंट. अब इस एरर को कैसे रेक्टिफाई करेंगे, ध्यान दीजिए. बैंक अकाउंट शुड हैव बीन डेबिटेड बाय 7,500, but instead it is credited by 7,500. So एक क्रेडिट हम देंगे पहले 7,500 का to nullify the effect of wrong entry, and then we need to give one more effect of 7,500 to bring it to the actual effect, debit effect of 7,500. That means what? We need to debit bank account twice, 7,500 plus 7,500, 15,000. X अकाउंट जो गलती से डेबिट हो गया है 7,500 से, अब उसे एक बार क्रेडिट करेंगे वो डेबिट इफेक्ट नलिफाई करने के लिए, एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू क्रेडिट वंस मोर टू गिव द एक्चुअल क्रेडिट इफेक्ट. सो कॉन्सिक्वेंटली सेल्स X account will also be credited twice. That means by how much? 15,000 rupees. Now if this error is rectified in the subsequent year, your nominal accounts will be replaced with P&L adjustment account. But if you see this rectification entry, bank account debit to X account, they both are personal accounts. So that means there is no nominal account. So when there is no nominal account, the same entry you will pass even if the error is rectified in the subsequent year. Please understand. Transaction recorded in the wrong column of the day book, subsidiary book. Let's see. Check received for rupees 9,000 from G and company after allowing cash discount of rupees 100. You have received check of rupees 9,900. Bank account debit 9,900. Correct? You have allowed a discount of 100. Nominal account debit all expenses and losses. Discount allowed account debit 100. And who is the giver of this? G and company. So to G and company 10,000. This is your correct entry. While recording the transaction, the amount received is entered in discount column and the discount allowed is entered in the amount column. Interchange हो गया है. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट होना चाहिए था, बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट हुआ है. डिस्काउंट अलाउड डेबिट होना चाहिए था, डिस्काउंट अलाउड भी डेबिट हुआ है. जी एंड कंपनी क्रेडिट होना चाहिए था, जी एंड कंपनी भी क्रेडिट हुआ है. एरर क्या हुआ है? बैंक अकाउंट शुड हैव बीन डेबिटेड बाय 9,900. It's actually wrongly debited by just 100. That means short debited by 9,800. And discount allowed account, which should have been actually debited by just 100, is debited by 9,900, excess debited by 9,800. Can I say bank is short debited by 9,800 and discount allowed is excess debited by 9,800? Yes. Now how we will rectify this error? Very simple. Bank account debit 9,800 to discount allowed account debit 9,800. And now if this error is rectified in the subsequent year, Discount allowed account will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account. So your entry will become bank account debit to profit and loss adjustment account credit. Number 7, transaction recorded with wrong account head. Purchase of office equipment of rupees 10,800 debited to stationery account. Which type of error? Purchase of office equipment. Office equipment, can I say it is my asset? Yes. But it is wrongly debited to which account? Stationery account. Can I say capital expenditure is treated as revenue expenditure? Yes. Which type of error it is? Error of principle. Correct entry should have been office equipment account debit to cash or bank account credit. What is the wrong entry? Stationery account debit to cash or bank account credit. What rectification entry you will pass? Office equipment account debit to stationery account credit. Now, in the next year when this error will rectify, stationery expenses being nominal account will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account, and consequently your entry will become office equipment account debit to profit and loss adjustment account credit. Now, casting mistakes in day book. Let's see. Debit side or the receipt side of cash book is undercasted by rupees 1000, means short total by rupees 1000. Receipt side of cash book is short total by rupees 1000. That means, can I say cash account or bank account is debited short by 1000? Yes. How we will rectify this error? Please understand. कैश और बैंक अकाउंट जो शॉर्ट डेबिट हुआ है उसे करेंगे हम डेबिट. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? सो कैश और बैंक और डिस्काउंट अलाउड अकाउंट डेबिट 1000, where we will give the credit effect. Now, if the trial balance is already prepared, the credit effect will go to suspense account. Are you understanding? Now, if this entry is rectified in the subsequent year, your entry will be cash account debit or bank account debit, or if it's the discount, it will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account debit to suspense account credit. Purchase day book undercasted by rupees 1000. Purchase day book records which transaction? Credit purchase transaction. It is undercasted, short total by rupees 1000. My dear friends, purchase book is short total, means short debited by 1000. अब उसे करेंगे debit, purchase account debit to suspense account credit. Purchase account being the nominal account will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account debit to suspense account credit. Third type of error is posting mistakes. Posting means posting from the day book to ledger. Check received from X and company rupees 35,000. Correct entry should be bank account debit 35,000 to X and company account credit 35,000. Omitted to be posted from cash book. Means what? It is recorded in cash book. Omitted to be posted from cash book. Cash book में से जो X and company के account में effect देना था वो नहीं दिया. That was omitted. Means wrong entry. If you see bank account is correctly debited but there is no credit effect. How we will pass rectification entry? Bank account was to be debited by 35,000. Bank account is actually debited by 35,000. No problem. But X and company जो credit होना चाहिए था 35,000 से वो क्रेडिट नहीं हुआ. अब हम एक्स एंड कंपनी को करेंगे क्रेडिट और डेबिट करेंगे किसे? सस्पेंस अकाउंट. सो योर एंट्री विल बी सस्पेंस अकाउंट डेबिट टू एक्स एंड कंपनी अकाउंट क्रेडिट. If the entry is rectified in the subsequent year also it will remain same because suspense account has no characteristics. It's not personal, real or nominal account, and X and company being the personal account, it will remain as it is. Posting taken to ledger account twice. Bank charges rupees 200 debited by bank. What should be the correct entry? Bank charges account debit to bank account credit. Correctly recorded in cash book means bank account credit सही हुआ है, but posted twice to ledger account, but bank charges is debited 2 times. Bank charges which is debited twice, we will credit it once and then we will debit which account? Suspense account. So your entry will be suspense account debit to bank charges account credit. Now this error, if rectified in the subsequent year, bank charges account being the nominal account will be replaced with which account? profit and loss adjustment account. So your entry will become suspense account debit to profit and loss adjustment account credit. Goods sold to Y 42,000 credit sales. Correct entry should be Y account debit to sales account credit. Recorded, correctly recorded in the day book. Day book means sales book. So sales account credit correct हुआ है. But posted to parties account as 24,000. Y account debit होना चाहिए था, Y account debit हुआ है. पर Y account कितने से debit होना चाहिए था? 42,000. But instead they have debited by how much? 24,000. There is no problem in the credit effect. Problem lies in the debit effect. That too, it's of amount, error of commission. 42,000 से debit होना चाहिए था, 24,000 से debit हुआ है. Short debited by 18,000. Y account should be debited and suspense account should be credited. Now, since there is no nominal account, even if this error is rectified in the subsequent year, entry will remain same. Next, check issued in favor of P and Company rupees 12,000. Check issued in favor of P and Company rupees 12,000. What should be the correct entry? Debit the receiver, P and Company account debit to bank account credit. Okay. Posted from the cash book to the credit side of parties account. Posted from cash book means बैंक अकाउंट सही क्रेडिट हुआ है, लेकिन पी एंड कंपनी जो डेबिट होना चाहिए था उसे भी आपने क्रेडिट कर दिया. मींस इन दिस ट्रांजैक्शन इफ यू सी रॉन्ग एंट्री देयर इज नो डेबिट. यू हैव क्रेडिटेड बैंक ऑल्सो, यू हैव क्रेडिटेड पी एंड कंपनी ऑल्सो. नाउ इफ यू सी बैंक क्रेडिट होना चाहिए था, बैंक क्रेडिट हुआ, जितने से होना चाहिए था उतने से हुआ. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम इन द क्रेडिट इफेक्ट. द प्रॉब्लम लाइज ऑन द अदर साइड इन द पार्टीज अकाउंट. P and Company should have been actually debited by 12,000, but instead it is credited by 12,000. No problem. We will once debit P and Company to nullify that error effect, credit effect. And then one more debit is required to give the actual debit effect. Therefore, P and Company will be debited twice, 24,000 and credited to suspense account. Now, there is no nominal account over here. So, even if this error is rectified in the subsequent year, entry will remain same. Posting taken to wrong account. Goods purchased from Balu, rupees 5,000. Purchase account debit to Balu's account credit is the correct entry. Posted from the day book to Lalu's account, wrong account, error of commission. Purchase account debit करना था, purchase account debit किया 5,000 से. बट बालूज अकाउंट की जगह किसे क्रेडिट कर दिया? यू हैव क्रेडिटेड लालूज अकाउंट. नो प्रॉब्लम. लालूज अकाउंट विच इज रॉन्गली क्रेडिटेड विल नाउ गेट डेबिटेड एंड बालूज अकाउंट विच शुड हैव एक्चुअली बीन क्रेडिटेड विल नाउ गेट क्रेडिटेड. सो योर एंट्री विल बिकम लालूज अकाउंट डेबिट टू बालूज अकाउंट क्रेडिट. दे बोथ आर पर्सनल अकाउंट. So even if this error is rectified in the subsequent year, your entry will not change. Check received towards interest from Tata Motors Limited, rupees 4,000. You have received check towards interest from Tata Motors Limited. Check received, bank account debit. Which account will be credited now? Understand. Have you received this check from Tata Motors Limited as a debtor, as a loan? It is received for interest. You will credit which account? Interest received account. Please understand. Very important. Credited to dividend received account. So you passed wrong entry. Bank account debited to dividend received account. What rectification entry are we going to pass? Dividend received account debit to interest received account credit. Now if you see in this transaction, both dividend received account and interest received account, they both are nominal accounts. Therefore, they both will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account. Can I say no entry to be passed? Yes. Balance omitted to be brought forward. Amount due from X and company 10,500 omitted to be brought forward. Means what? You had a party X and company from which you owe 10,500 rupees. You have forgotten to brought forward his balance. आप उसका balance carry brought forward करना ही भूल गए. He is not appearing as debtor anymore. no problem. X and company's account में debit balance होना चाहिए था. We will debit him and then we will credit suspense account. So even if this error is rectified in the subsequent year, entry will not change. Credit balance in P and company account 10,500 brought forward twice. P and company is your creditor. It has credit balance of 10,500. You have brought it forward, but you have brought it forward twice, means excess credited. No problem. P and company will be debited by 10,500 and you will credit suspense account. Balance in plant and machinery account 36,000 brought forward as 63,000. Understand, plant and machinery has debit balance. Your debit balance should have been 36,000, but you have brought it down as 63,000. Can I say excess balance brought down? 27,000. No problem. We will credit plant and machinery account by 27,000 and we will debit suspense account by 27,000. Now, even if you do this entry in next year after preparation of financial statements, it won't change. Reason being very simple, there's no nominal accounts involved over here. Amount due from X and company 10,000 brought forward as credit balance. Amount due from, when you say due from, it means he is your debtor. आप उससे पैसा मांगते हो 10,000, बट उसे इंस्टेड कौन सा बैलेंस दिखा दिया? क्रेडिट बैलेंस. उल्टा ये दिखा दिया कि आपको उसे पैसे पे करना है. नो प्रॉब्लम. एक्स एंड कंपनी credit balance, you have to once debit to nullify that effect and then one more debit for the actual effect. So your rectification entry will become X and company account debit 20,000 to suspense account credit 20,000. Amount due from Babu 11,500 brought forward in Sabu's account. We owe from Babu, but wrongly it was brought forward from Sabu's account. बाबू अकाउंट डेबिट होना चाहिए था, नहीं हुआ. इंस्टेड साबू अकाउंट को डेबिट कर दिया. कोई बात नहीं. साबू को जो गलती से डेबिट किया है उसे करो क्रेडिट, और बाबू जो एक्चुअली डेबिट होना चाहिए उसे कीजिए डेबिट. सो आपकी रेक्टिफिकेशन एंट्री हो गई बाबूज अकाउंट डेबिट टू साबूज अकाउंट क्रेडिट. Then you have last category of errors, casting and balancing mistakes. Freight outward account debit side overcast by 1,000. Freight outward means nothing, your transportation charges, correct? Outward means on sales which you have paid. It is overcasted by 1,000 means excess debited by 1,000. No problem. Freight outward कीजिए credit by 1,000. Suspense will be debited by 1,000. In the subsequent year, if this error is rectified, freight outward will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account. X and company account credit side undercasted by rupees 1,000. So can I say X and company is short credited by 1,000? Yes. No problem. We will credit it by 1,000. So suspense account debit to X and company account credit. Purchase account under balanced by 1,000 means purchase account is short debited by 1,000. No problem. We'll debit it now. Purchase account debit to suspense account credit. If this entry is rectified in the subsequent financial year, purchase account will be replaced with profit and loss adjustment account. So your entry will become profit and loss adjustment account debit to suspense account credit. Sales account under balanced by rupees 1,000. Sales account under balanced by rupees 1,000 means sales account is short credited by 1,000. No problem. We will credit it by 1,000 and we will debit suspense account. If this error is rectified in the subsequent year, your entry will become suspense account debit to profit and loss adjustment account credit. So my dear friends, you can see over here, we have dealt with so many types of errors. We have seen the procedure. Whenever you read an error, first you try to recall what should be the correct entry. Then you see what mischief has taken place, what error has taken place, what is the wrong entry. You compare the correct entry and wrong entry. You compare, first see क्या डेबिट होना चाहिए था, क्या वो डेबिट हुआ है, कितने से डेबिट होना चाहिए था, क्या उतने से डेबिट हुआ है. Then you go to the credit effect and then accordingly you pass rectification entry. If the error is rectified in the subsequent year, that means after preparation of trial balance, it's not at all difficult. All you need to do is you have to replace nominal accounts with profit and loss adjustment account in your rectification entry, correct? So You need to go through all these transactions very cautiously, very properly, and then once we are done with the concept, all these transactions, we can now begin with the problems, correct? So now when we will be solving our questions also, you need to have the same attitude and same approach. Understand, my dear friends, in examinations you won't get so much of time to write down the correct entry, wrong entry, and then rectification entry. You have to develop your visualization power to such an extent that after reading a transaction, you are in the position to visualize that what will be its correct entry, what is the wrong entry, and now what will be its rectification entry, correct? So that we are going to see now when we are going to begin with our question.